You're going to see a video of Grandma Iole Banker, Iole Martinat, and it was taken around 2010. You're on.
When I want to call my Snuffy, I go, Snuffy! And then I look, and it's not coming. So then I said, well, I'll give it another try. So I say, Snuffy! And that usually gets her.
Nuff, nuff.
Nuff, nuff,
What was that?
nuff, nuff.
You
Met
so...
Carabel, Pugla, Bambing, no, Mia Cara, Bella, Pugla, Bambing.
That's so beautiful.
What did I forget?
I think you got it all in there.
Okay.
You know, while we have it on, tell me again, what did Grandpa do with his job? All the different types. I always get confused.
You mean your grandpa?
Yeah.
Well, when I first met him, he was working at Douglas.
McDonnell Douglas?
McDonald Douglas. Mm-hmm.
What's that place?
I don't know if I got any. Santa Monica.
Yeah. But what is it? I always get them all mixed up.
Oh, you mean how did I meet him? Or?
No. What is McDonnell Douglas? It's not McDonald's, you know. It doesn't sell hamburgers.
They made airplanes.
Oh, that McDonnell Douglas, like Boeing. Okay. But what was he doing there?
Hmm?
What was he doing there?
Working on some kind of, I don't know, riveter or something with the airplane.
Some kind of factory parts
Yeah,
or something.
Making parts. And
Just talk a little louder so this thing hears
and
you.
it was very interesting because during the war, by this time the war had started in Europe, and McDonnell Douglas, which is located in Santa Monica, they had what appeared to be, and it was like a big tent across the whole McDonnell Douglas, which was pretty big, and it looked like a city. It had houses on it and people with clotheslines. That's when they didn't have dryers yet. The clotheslines. It looked like a little city from above.
But it wasn't real.
Oh no!
It was just like painted
That
on
was
there?
just to fool the enemy. Should the enemy come over and want to bomb them?
Oh, so like they painted it, or like did they paint it?
Did they paint it?
Like
Sure.
to make it look like houses.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was just like they transported Emperor and put it up on big stilts and made it look like Emperor.
Oh, like 3D.
Yeah.
Oh, not just paint. Okay. Ooh.
And
So they didn't know it was a factory to make airplanes. I get it.
that's what was interesting about that.
So we worked there a couple of years? Or?
Yeah. Couple years. Then we bought a house in Venice. Oh, I hated that house. First, we rented a place on Entrada Drive. I loved that place.
That's nice. A couple years there, or 1 year. Or
1
something.
year.
Yeah.
But I hated that one in Venice. Lousy neighborhood.
It was really a swamp then. Huh?
It was a slump plan where now is really fancy.
Yeah.
Palace. What do they call it? Marina.
Yeah.
The marina.
So, yeah. And then, so where was he working then?
Still at Douglas.
Oh, okay.
And then Lonnie was born there.
And
then,
Santa Monica. In Santa Monica. Where was she born?
Huh?
Where was she born? In Santa Monica. But
Hospital.
what house?
The hospital there.
Yeah, you showed me. What house though? The Venice one or the Entrada?
It was the Santa Monica Hospital, but they were building St. John's Hospital. And
but did she come home to Venice?
After
to Venice?
After 44 days, because she was still in the incubator.
Yeah. But she didn't come home to Entrada Drive. She came home to Venice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Premature baby,
And,
44 days had to stay in the hospital.
So
then,
what did Grandpa do during the war?
well, before the war, there were private people that had airports that taught other people, other men, I guess women too, how to fly, and they were called flight academies.
Mm-hmm.
And you could have gone out and if you had enough money and rented or bought a 10-acre plot of ground, maybe. Well, anyhow, he got a job teaching people how to fly.
Maybe they saw the war coming or something and wanted to fly.
They had a contract with the government.
Oh, to learn how to fly. Okay.
To learn how, and there was 5 in a class, and I think the class, and this was in Blythe, California, and I think the class lasted maybe 2 or 3 months.
Was it ground school then?
They had ground school.
Reading the books.
But he was not in the ground school at that time.
Not at that time. He was
just flying.
Just teaching him up in the air how to fly. With the instruments and everything.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
Well, there wasn't very many instruments at that time. And then, as the war progressed...
This is World War II.
World War II?
Yeah.
As the world war progressed, then these flight academies slowly closed up because the government could see that there was going to be a surplus of flyers because they could see the end coming for the war.
Oh,
so
maybe.
There was no more use to teach.
Uh-huh.
So then they said, now, you can have your choice.
Wait, first...
The government said...
First, what else did Grandpa do during the war? Didn't he deliver planes or something?
That was after he got into the Air Corps.
Okay, not during the war?
No. Well, it was still during the war,
oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But after they closed, and there was a lady that owned that, and her name was Morton's Field Academy. Her last name was Morton.
She owned what?
Well, she bought the field. They named it
What
after
field?
Her. In Blythe.
Oh, okay. The place he was teaching.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
And so then the governments came along and said to all the instructors like Bob, they said, you can either go into the Air Corps, or you can be in the walking army.
Oh, yeah.
So
what a
of course
choice.
He didn't want to be in the walking army. That was pure fodder. So he went into the Air Corps, and we'll leave the rest.
Okay, wait, just tell me, what is the Air Corps? What did he do in the Air Corps during the war?
Well, he went to school for several months to learn how to fly great big airplanes and fighter airplanes, and it would be like the
stealth fighter back in that day, but they didn't have it there.
Zooming down one of those airplanes. Of course, they were really fast.
Oh my
We
God!
thought they were really fast in those days.
Yeah. So he learned how to fly the big airplanes, and then did he fly them during the war, or?
Then his job was to deliver these airplanes to wherever in the world that the Army designated these airplanes to be.
Wow. So when he delivered them, where did he go? Like, what was some of the places?
Oh, yeah, a whole bunch
Well,
of
just
places.
tell me a couple, just off the top of your head. We
All
only
right,
have
India.
20 more seconds.
India was one. And he called me from India, and he said, I'm in India. Well, I misunderstood. I wasn't thinking about India. I was thinking about Indio.
Oh,
And that's
Indio.
where we were, just a little bit further.
Uh-huh.
And he said, no, I'm in India.
India and what else? Where else?
South America.
Ooh. And Alaska too, huh?
And No, Alaska. He was working for
Oh.
Air Associates.
That's later. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's it for now.
Good night.
Good night. Ciao.
Sleep tight.
Voi tanto
I
bene.
love you so much.
Love my wolf.